Hey, bestie. Okay, so we are so not going to overcomplicate this because this is so easy. And I'm going to show you how you can do this step in less than like 5 minutes. So, first, we're just going to go to google.com. I'm going to look over here at my desktop. And then I'm just going to zoom in here for you guys. And I'm going to click inside of the search bar. And I'm going to type in something like the Sims 2 logo. You can type in the Sims 2 Plumbob logo. You can type in if there's specifically like a Sims 2 pink logo that you're looking for would also be really cool. I'm just going to type that in. And then here at the very top of Google, right next to the All button on the Google menu, we're just going to click on Images. So this is going to take us to a page of all types of Sims 2 logos where we can scroll down and we can kind of take a look and see what we feel like would be the best fit for the aesthetic on our desktop. Now, I will say as a helpful tip that what we want to do here is we want to look for any type of logo or image that is high resolution. And this is because once we start to scale things and put it inside the converters and things like that, if the image is grainy, it's just simply not going to look good on your desktop. So we want to just scroll here and we want to try to look to see what we feel like would be a very good fit. Like this one, that could be really awesome on someone's desktop. Let's scroll back up. This one is also really nice, but it looks like it might be, there we go, it came in. So also you would have to give it a second as well. So let's go ahead and try this one. I'm going to choose this one because the image is scaled up and it looks high quality. Now, one thing that we should note is that even though some of the images have this little grid in the background, that does not always mean that it's transparent. But that's okay because I'm going to show you how you can remove the backgrounds on these. So I'm just going to right click and then let's zoom in and show you guys. Right click. And then I'm just going to click Save Image As, and I'm going to let that download. So here you can see my downloads folder has opened, and the file name can be whatever you want at this point because we're going to have to upload it, we're going to have to convert it and do a couple of other things. The file name is actually not important at this stage. So I'm just going to hit save here. And once I open it, you can see inside of my downloads here that this is going to be the correct file. So Z, and then this is what we downloaded. And this is actually a really good example because I can tell here that this actually just saved as the grid instead of saving as a transparent background. So let's show you guys that. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm actually going to go over and open up canva.com. And now that I have canva.com open, I'm just going to go ahead and open up the File Explorer window. And I'm going to navigate over to our Downloads folder where we have the new file logo that we found. This is very, very simple. All you're going to do is click on that file, and then we're going to drag it into canva.com. And once we give that a second to upload, you can see that I have a couple of other ones here that I've been using for other Sims 2 programs. We're just going to open that. And then here in the top right-hand corner, go ahead and click on Open in Editor. Okay, perfect. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. You see how this, when we were on Google, it did look like it was a transparent background, but if I move it here, you can see that those grids are moving with it. This is no issue at all because all we simply need to do in Canva up here at the top is click on Background Remover. We'll give that a second and we'll see that the background has been removed and now we can kind of move things around as well. How cool is that? The other thing I would show you as well, if you do not have a Canva Pro account, because I do believe that you need a Canva Pro account in order to use the background removal feature, I'm just going to go over back to Google. Let's zoom in again. And then this time I'm going to search for a free online background remover. And I'm just going to hit enter. And as you can see, there's a couple that have popped up. Most of these are free, easy, remove, Slazzer. You can see this one, remove.bg, that I've used before. I think I've also used one called remove.io. It really doesn't matter. Most of them are free. Most of them do not require you to have an email or anything like that to download. So I'm just going to click on this remove.bg one. And as you can see, it's going to work the same as Canva. So if I go back to that downloads folder and I grab the file and then I go ahead and drop that in, it'll take a second, but as you can see that it actually removed the logo. Awesome. So all you would have to do is, let's zoom out here. All you would have to do is go ahead and click that download button to download the file. However, since we're using Canva, I'm going to show you how that works. So let's go back to our Canva file. Again, this is the one that has the background removed. And up here in the top right-hand corner, I'm just going to click on share. Let's zoom in on that. I'm just going to click on share. And then I'm going to click on download. And then I'm going to make sure that I turn on transparent background. And then I'm going to hit the download button. And we will give that a second. Okay, that looks like that's finished. So let's go ahead and open it. And as you can see, this is such a huge difference. So here is the file that we originally downloaded from Google Images. As you can see, it actually has a background there and it is not a transparent background. But the one that we just did in Canva actually is a transparent background. You see that? You can double click to open. You can see that that's transparent. So awesome. I will see you guys in step number 2.